Okay, I don't have a job number to this yet, but this is called Woodinville Plaza 2020. This is for Zimmer Consultants, who's ultimately bidding this to RPAI. RPAI owns this property, and we did some bids for these guys last year, and we didn't win Woodinville Plaza last year, but hoping that we will this year. So this is one of like 6 or 7 projects I'm looking at. Pretty easy one. You got area A and B, which is next to Edward Jones, Whole Pet Shop, Massage Envy, Chan's Place. You've got TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Rite Aid, T-Mobile, Hopheads, all around this area right here. This is right off of Northeast Woodinville, Duval Road. So A and B, we've got asphalt work, which is a scope of work. They go by the square yards, so we'll have to figure out our dimensions by square feet, and then convert it into square yards. So they've got at section A 517 square yards, and then at B they've got 997 square yards. This is a 3-inch mill. So 3-inch grind and overlay. All right. Right up here between Edward Jones and the Whole Pet Shop. And then at B, same thing. We got the, it says end work in neat straight joint saw cut as necessary in sealed joints. So they want to have clean cuts through the asphalt. If our grinder or if the grinding machine can do that, then that's what we want, is make a nice straight cut through those parking stalls on B and on A. So looking at the striping, we will go over and count that here real quick. Okay, I'm parked in section B right now, and that asphalt mill and overlay, or grind and overlay, is going to be right through these parking stalls, from that island up there where the light pole is, all the way down to the curb island that's down there where that tree is. Okay, you've got China cuisine here, so you've got some restaurants here that won't be able to park here during the day, but there are some other areas outside of there where they can park. They can park there or around the corner. All right, so there is available parking. It's just we'll have to block this drive aisle off right about there where that car's pulling in. We'll have to block this area by Massage Envy, the Whole Pet Shop. So we'll have to give these guys a heads up if we get the work that they're not going to have parking here while we're doing that grind and overlay, I would imagine, unless we are going to keep this drive aisle open, but I would assume that we're probably going to try to close this area off. Okay, so that's section B. Section A is right up here on the north end. You got Edward Jones, which is right up above. You've got parking right here. So this potential area, I would imagine, will probably close off as well, so that way we can have this whole work zone here, so no parking will be available here. But this crosshatch is where we do the saw cut. So we start here and cut along this white line, and then over to the concrete wall at the staircase right there. Okay, so that's our boundary line from here all the way in. This whole area here would all get ground down. We don't have to do inside the trash enclosure. We can go from curb corner over to here. So I would imagine we'll try to cut it as close as we can right in front of the concrete base there, straight across, and then try to get as much as we can right in front of here. Probably take out this little bit of the area. We'll have to remove it by hand. The grinder won't get in there. Remove all of this, and then over to the concrete sidewalk there. So this whole area will have to be ground down and removed. Again, this area is going to be kind of tough for some areas to do the grinder, but we can get a lot of it. We can grind, make a couple passes on this, get as much as we can in here, and then do the rest with our Bobcat and the mini excavator, I would imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little water main or water lids here. So you got 6 of them sitting right there. No other iron at the moment. There is a drain pipe down there, so when we go to remove this or take this down, we got to make sure we build it up just high enough so that water gets into that pipe. Right now it sits too low. For striping, we'll have it'll be roughly, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So there's about 200 feet of crosshatch striping. Okay, parking stalls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's a total of 71 stalls between B and A. 71 total parking stalls, 2 ADAs. I already gave you the cross hatching, which was 200 feet. There'll be, and that's it. So take your stalls here. I gave you the quantity of parking stalls, so multiply that by 20 feet for each parking stall line. And then we also have to include this center line that goes down here. So okay, so you've got please add another 225 feet of 4-inch white for this header line on that parking stall count. All right, so this work needs to be done this summer. Hopefully we get this work. It's a pretty nice job. It crowns right here on the header line, so water flows this way and water flows that way out into the road, and then the flow line runs right through the parking stall that direction and then runs down the hill in that direction. Okay, so all the water flows this way, flows down that way, and down the hill towards TJ Maxx. All right, any other questions, let me know. Okay, so I just realized I counted up all these parking stalls right here and these ADAs, and we don't have to do those. So please take off the ADA stencils, and then also take off 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. You also need to take off 9 parking stalls times 20. So you have to take off 180 feet of striping on that. That was my bad. I just realized I didn't mean to count the stalls against the building. All right, any other questions, let me know.